Hi, welcome back to Baxter's Grey Mad. I'm Tom and I'm back on the allotment today. It's the 11th of February, currently about 6 degrees. But first things first, I'm just going to have a brew. Now, I'm having a black coffee because I forgot the milk. I hate black coffee, but I've not been here for about 3 weeks. Have been to site 3 weeks, just not filmed anything for 3 weeks, just because I've been collecting materials. I'm trying to do this allotment project on a budget, so I'm trying not to spend as much money as I can on like timber or anything. So I've just been going around local businesses and factories and asking for pallets, and it's been a bit of a challenge. A lot of people is like, I'm using them, can't have them. So I was getting a bit frustrated, and then one day I was just going to the gym and I came out and saw a couple of contractors throwing a pallet in a skip. So I just explained to him, I've got an allotment, I've got nothing on there, can I have the pallet? And they was like, take it, it's just going to go to landfill, it's going to go in the bin. We've got another 30 around the back if you want them. So every time I've been going to the gym, I've been taking 3 or 4. So I've got a little collection now of pallets. So these are the pallets, and I think today I'm just going to try and work out a plan and a layout for what I want to do, and start stripping some of these pallets, dismantling them down. I've already started at the top here because I couldn't fit this one in my car, but yeah, so this is the dilemma I've got at the moment. I definitely want a border at the back there where I want to grow some raspberries or blueberries, and then this area here is just scratching my head with, because the wood's rotten. This path is throwing me off. I don't know if I even want this path here. I do like the size of this raised bed, but I don't know if I should run it all the way up to the fence line and have one big bed and then split it into 2. So it would be 2 beds basically, and then have another one the same here, split into 2, and have one path in the middle. That'll give me 4 beds. And then up here, I'm in 2 minds with this pallet collar. It's all rotten at the side, so yeah, it's absolutely crap. So I'm thinking of having a raised bed here, a path, a raised bed here, a path. Again, this is throwing me off this path. A raised bed here, and then a small border here, and a small path going up to a compost heap here. And then that brings me onto the shed base. That shed base is very big for my size of the plot, so I'm thinking about reducing some of them slabs down, because really all I need on there is my water tank, a small shed, somewhere I can store my tools and make a brew. And then there's this area here. I really want to grow tomatoes, but I really want to grow them in like a greenhouse like they've made over there. But I want a small greenhouse here eventually. I'm going to make out of plastic, but I need to measure up really. For the pallet dismantling, the tools I used were a hammer, crowbar and an old piece of wood that I've got off an old pallet. In theory, these tools would help me take the pallet boards off with ease, but this wasn't the case, as you'll see in the next part of the video. Yeah, the video looks like I'm getting the pallet boards off relatively easy, but this isn't the case. Majority of the boards are splitting because the way the pallet's been put together. On the edges of the pallet, they've used 3 long nails, which is harder to pry the board off the pallet without splitting. In all honesty, having some split boards isn't a massive problem. The goal is obviously to have as many intact pallet boards to help build some of these raised beds. However, I'm going to try and repurpose as much as I can from the full pallet board, split wood, the blocks used as spaces in between the pallets, and even the nails used to hold the pallets together. I have to remember that these pallets were free. They haven't cost me anything, only my time of getting the materials to site. And any materials recycled from here has been given a new purpose, which has not ended up going to landfill. At this point, I felt like I underestimated the amount of time I've allocated to stripping these pallets down. Time wasn't really on my side at this point, as I had to go and do the school run, and I still had half the pallets to dismantle. So I planned on coming back the next day with a saw, just to help me cut down some of the boards and to try and reduce some of these pallet boards from splitting. Right, so I'm managing to get some of the panels off. The middle ones where there's two nails, like here at the ends, because they're a lot longer than nails, it's just splitting the wood. So what I might do is I might cut here and here, and then this section here can be my side section from a board or raised beds. Right, it's February the 14th. Weather is 5 degrees. Feels like -2. Got 2 jackets on today. Plan of action is carry on dismantling these pallets. I've brought a saw today, so hopefully I can get some more panels of the pallets off without splitting them. But yeah, I'll spend the next few hours just trying to get through some of these. Right, back on the allotment today for another couple of hours. This time I've got a saw in hand, which seems to be working. Splitting less boards and dismantling the pallets a lot quicker. I had 3 main goals when taking on this allotment project. First goal, and this is probably the main goal, is becoming more self-sufficient, less reliable on corporations and supermarkets. I feel like the quality's gone down, but the food price is still going up, so I wanted to change that. My second goal, I want to see if growing vegetables and fruit will have an impact on our food bill. Will it reduce the food bill, or am I just going to have an abundance of food and still spending the same amount of money at the local supermarket? And lastly, the third goal, I just want to be outside gardening on the allotment and having the satisfaction of growing my own food from seeds to harvest, and watching all your hard work pay off. It's going to be really rewarding. It's something I'm looking forward to. Right, I've got majority of the pallets all dismantled. I've left 5 because I'm going to use them for a compost heap. Now originally I said I was going to put the compost heap here, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to put it down here, I think, instead. Have it here, so it's just easier to get the organic matter out and put it into the beds. I'm still going to go with 4 beds here. Well, 2 long linear beds and then split them into 2, making 4, and a raspberry board at the back. I'm going to get rid of this pallet collar. It's rotten. Hopefully I've got enough wood to make what I want. So I'm only going to have them 1 board deep, a little bit like this here. Just saves me putting more organic matter down or more soil down. Saves me a bit of time, bit of money. Same for this bed. And then up here I'm going to have my boards. I think I'm going to have them 3 deep. I know this is 2 here, so I'm thinking having another board on top, so it's 3 boards, a small raised bed here, another one here, another one here, and then I'm going to have a border here. And I think there'll be plenty for growing. Next is, I think, is either going to be raised beds or even building the compost bin, so I can move all that material here into the compost bin for now, and then I can start with my raised border here, my raspberry border, and I think this will be the start point to work on from here. So I'll have the border. I've got some raspberries at home. I might get some more. I might even get a couple of blueberries in there. And then yeah, I'm going to move on to building these raised beds as a starting point to grow, so I don't miss the season, because I am conscious I'm running out of time. It is middle February and I want to start planting some seeds maybe mid-March. And then up here is going to be a work in progress. Like I said, I can only really spend about 2 hours out of my day up here to get things sorted, when time goes so quick. Hopefully I think we can see some progress in the next couple of weeks. Right, so here I'm just starting to measure up and put like a plan on paper. I feel like I work better with a plan on paper in front of me. It gives me a step-by-step guide then of what I need to do next, and how to move forward and how to progress. So yeah, I'm just measuring up what my bed sizes are going to be and how is it going to look, and then I can work out a planting plan and figure out what I want to actually grow in these beds. Right, welcome back to Baxter's Growing Mad. I'm Tom, back on the allotment today, 15th of February. 6 degrees today. Weather's a little bit better, less windy. So I've made another plan for what I want to do with the allotments, ever changing. It's like the third time it's changed. This is the plan moving forward. Right, so let's turn it round. Right, so this is the plan. So at the bottom here we're going to have the raspberries, like I discussed, and the border. Then we're going to have a path, and then we're going to have 6 raised beds in here. I said at the second time I said I got the compost heap here, but it didn't really work. I also said I wanted the beds running continuously, but again they didn't really work for what I wanted. So I've got some standard size raised beds. I'm going to make up pallets. I'll move the compost bins to here. I want a small coal frame on the shed base. I'm going to build our pallets. But yeah, I think this is going to be the final stage of the plan.